video for you guys. So I'm going to be talking about the Fitbit Versa 3 and the Apple Watch Series 6. I'm going to try to make it nice and short for you. So I'm going to talk about the smartwatch features on the Fitbit Versa 3 and the Apple Watch Series 6. And just keep it really brief and then get into the health metrics of everything, because I know you guys want to get right to the point when it comes to these videos. I don't want to be too long, so I'm going to have a chart comparing the health metrics when it comes to running, indoor cycling, Stairmaster, weightlifting, outdoor run. I got all that for you comparing with these watches, and as well sleep tracking. Got different third-party apps with the Apple Watch. We're going to compare with Auto Sleep, Sleep Watch, and Pillow. So I have all that ready for you in this video. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget, again, hit that bell icon, subscribe, and then stay tuned for more videos from me where I do comparisons, talk about tech, news and tech, some tips and tricks, and all that other fun stuff. So come with me on this journey. I'm still a small channel, hoping to grow, and I can only do that with you guys' help. So let's get into the video. Real quick, if you saw my Fitbit Sense video, it's kind of the same thing as the Fitbit Versa 3. They're pretty much similar hardware. You have a bright AMOLED display that you can see out in the sunlight. The infinity bands are great. You can change them out real easily. You have dozens of clock faces you can choose from in the App Store, from Fitbit's App Store that is, and you can store them on the watch. 5 clock faces, that's it. And then you can get some more in the App Store and keep changing them out. You have a fast charger, 12 minutes, and then you get a whole day's use, 5 days battery. You get a little less than 5 days battery if you're using GPS continuously or streaming music, and you can only stream Spotify on there as a way to connect with your phone and just use it as a control. But I don't think you can get offline. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. With Pandora, you can get your playlist. You can download stuff on there. You can download from Deezer, but I don't know anybody that uses Deezer. And you also have the Fitbit app, which is great and fun to use. It has all your health metrics there for you to look at, and I'll show you that in a little bit. It's a lot better than the Apple Watch's health app. You do have MP3s that you cannot put on the Fitbit Versa 3 compared to Versa 2. I know a lot of you guys are mad about that. I've been reading forums and YouTube comments about it. So that's a huge issue when it comes to listening to your music on your Fitbit device and taking it with you on the go and trying to leave your phone behind. Because it does have onboard GPS, so you can't leave your phone behind. But if you want to stream your music, you got to bring the phone with you again, because I don't know anybody that's using Deezer and Spotify. I don't think you can download offline, and I don't know many people with Pandora, but if you do have Pandora, you're in luck. So another thing with the smartwatch experience, you can answer calls and texts on Android devices. You can reply to those texts, have quick replies. You can take in phone calls. On iOS, you can read the text messages, but you can't reply, but you can take the phone calls. And I'm not sure about the speaker. I've had speaker issues with mine. Alexa's supposed to talk back, but it's not. The Google Assistant is on here now, thanks to the update. And you can only read what Google Assistant tells you, but you can still use your smart home features with Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa. And you do have some apps on the Fitbit Versa 3 that you can, that are pretty handy. They're okay. You don't have the music app on there anymore, but you do have it when you double tap, and you can control music from your phone. If you double tap the haptic button and click on the music thing, you can control your music from there. And then you do have Fitbit Pay. You have the Find My Phone app on there, and you have Do Not Disturb and sleep modes. Built-in GPS. You have your active zone minutes, your workout intensity. You have your automatic recognizing of workouts, which it takes 10 minutes to recognize your workout when it comes to running, outdoor activities such as walking and outdoor cycling. Elliptical sports mode, 10 minutes, and for aerobic exercises takes about 15 minutes, and swimming takes about 15 minutes to detect those exercises. You do have cardio fitness level on here. Hit the Fitbit app, go in the heart section, swipe across the screen and tell your fitness level, whether you're average, above average, below, and etc. And this is your VO2 max. So essentially, the more data you put in there, the more it can figure out your average if you're in a good cardio fitness state. You do have 24/7 heart rate tracking. You got oxygen saturation, but you can only see that overnight. You got to use the clock face to see your average on the clock. You got Smart Wake, which wakes you up during light sleep, which is the best time for you to wake up. In deep sleep, you'll be more groggy if you wake up during that stage. You have guided breathing sessions, breathing heart rate, HRV, menstrual health cycling, personal reminders. All that stuff is in the Fitbit Versa 3, which is pretty great. And on the Apple Watch Series 6, well, it's got a bright, nice display. You have choices from aluminum, stainless steel, titanium. It does get more expensive the higher up you go, but with titanium and stainless steel, you do get that sapphire glass, which is really nice and strong. Should protect you from scratches compared to Ion X glass. You have your ECG app. You have blood oxygen, which you can detect on demand. You got 50 meters of water resistant, just like the Fitbit Versa 3 for swimming. You have a cellular model, fall detection, emergency calling, SOS. You have a compass, always on altimeter. You have a gyroscope telescopic accelerometer, digital crown for haptic feedback, microphone for the noise app, which is an application that detects noise levels in your environment and your headphones and lets you know if you're doing too much noise and can damage your eardrums to prevent potential deafening or potential ear damage, which is pretty nice to have. You do have 30 gigabytes of memory on here. You got the S6 chip for anyone who cares, U1 chip, and up to 18 hours of battery life. And I do wish Apple would improve on this because they would see significant more sales and people just leaning more towards the Apple Watch because it has 5 days battery life as compared to 18 hours battery life, which can be less if you're using GPS and stream music from your watch. If you're doing everything from your watch, you're taking more juice out of it, and you'll eventually run out of battery. And if you want to track your sleep, and most people track their sleep, you need a lot of battery on your watch. That's why some of these smartwatches like the Fitbits have 5 days plus battery life. So if you want to track your sleep and not charge your watch overnight, it's kind of the you gotta have to plan out how you want to charge your watch so that way you can wear it to track your sleep. So without further ado, let's talk about the differences and the health metrics when it comes to different workouts. Let's go. Alright, so I got screen recording here, so I'm gonna go back and forth in between the apps and show you guys my Wednesday workout where I did a lot of different stuff to testing the metrics between the two. So Wednesday we had Stairmaster, we got 57 calories burned, average heart rate 151, spiking at 157. So on Fitbit we have the stair climber here, and average heart rate 144, peaking 156, 63 calories burned. So it's almost the same, they're kind of in the middle when it comes to the active calories burned and total calories, so it's not too bad. And just to spoiler alert, Fitbit Versa 3 is pretty good with steady state cardio, but when it comes to weightlifting, HIIT, and doing sprints, it does take some time for it to pick up on that spike in the heart rate, and most of the times it won't pick it up and it will stay pretty low. A lot of people complain that their Fitbit devices, such as the Versa 3 and Sense, have not been able to detect when their heart rates are going up, and they can't for the life of them get their heart rate above 120 no matter how hard they go. And it's basically because the Fitbit's heart rate sensor kind of lags. The Quantitative Scientist, one of my favorite YouTube channels when it comes to smartwatches detecting your sleep and heart rate accuracy, says that Fitbit's Sense heart rate sensor is very laggy. So that kind of proves my point on this matter, because granted I don't have the tools that he has to do these tests, so I'll link his channel down below, and I'll also link DesFit down below because he has a great channel where he uses a polar chest strap as the standard for the heart rate measurements to comparing between devices to see which is more accurate. And the Apple Watch, according to him, has one of the best heart rate on-wrist heart rate monitors you can buy. So moving on, I have to screen record again because my thing went down. Alright, so we're going to go to an indoor cycle, which is spinning for the Fitbit. So we have 50 calories burned, 5 minutes, and average heart rate 138, spiking at 159. And for the Fitbit, we had spinning, spiking at 151, average heart rate 135, 71 calories burned. So we burnt a lot of calories on the Fitbit compared to the Apple Watch, but it's not bad, especially when it comes to the spiking heart rate. And well, it's off by 8 beats and the average is off by 3 beats, so not too bad there because that is steady state cardio. So we're gonna go next into cycling. I don't know why it does that. Elliptical. The elliptical, we have an average heart rate 145, spiking at 156 with 133 calories burned. And over here we have on the Apple Watch 104 active calories, 123 total calories, 145 beats per minute average with a 155 spike. So the spikes are pretty much on par with each other and the averages are on par with each other, actually exactly the same. So not too bad with the elliptical, especially that because it's steady state cardio. Outdoor run. So outdoor run, we have 172 calories and show me my outdoor run. What are you doing? What are you doing? Where's the map? Where's the map? Hold on, this is not showing me my outdoor run. Alright, let's exit the app and go back and see if it loads. Not sure why it's not loading that outdoor run. Alright, here we go. Little hiccup in the app. Alright, so outdoor run, we have steps per minute. I wish Fitbit would tell me this. I don't think it does. 143 steps per minute, average heart rate 155, average pace 10 minutes, 33 minutes. I was just kind of doing a light jog. I'm faster than that. But we have a spike of 192 and an average of 155. And to show you the GPS for the Apple Watch, it's pretty nice. I started there in the green, and you can't even see the trail because of the GPS is on point. You see where it trails off just a little bit, but then it picks back up. So it's pretty accurate. I really like that. And then we go to the Fitbit. Let's go to outdoor run. So the GPS on the Fitbit is kind of wonky. As you can see the gray line that I should be on, but clearly it thinks I'm running in the grass the entire time. Let's zoom back in. I veer off a lot into the grass, it seems. So compared to the Apple Watch, the GPS on the Fitbit is kind of finicky, and it does take a couple minutes for it to connect. So keep that in mind. So we'll go out of here. You have your heart rate zones, you have your pace on here. So you the elevation gain, 28 feet gained, even though it's a flat track. Peak heart rate, 3 minutes. So average heart rate is 152, and despite that 182, and we have calories burned of 198. Calories burned here are between 148 and 172. So it thinks I burned a lot of calories, which is nice, I guess. I'm not sure if that's correct. Again, this is just a brief estimate. And over here we have spiking heart rate 192. So it kind of picked up the spike because I did a little sprint towards my car, seeing if the Fitbit would pick that up, and it almost did, 182. But and the average heart rates are about the same. So steady state cardio again, not too bad. But with the weight training, it gets a little different. So with weight training, we have an average heart rate 137 with a spike of 174. And we go into Fitbit. We have 154 as a spike. That's off by 20. And an average 129. And the average is off too. And that's because in between sets I rest. And then when I go into a set, I exert myself a lot. Heart rate spikes. Fitbit's not picking that up. It's keeping me chilling in the 120 heart rate zone. So I didn't like that. So pretty much with steady state cardio, you're good. And when it comes to high interval stuff, you're going to be not so good because the heart rate sensor will lag on you just a little bit. All right. So with sleep tracking, I have Sleepwatch, one of my favorite apps to use. On, let's see here. On Wednesday, I got 7 hours and 20 minutes of sleep. And I do these manually because I want it to be kind of precise. With Fitbit, it is automatic sleep tracking. And I do have a couple other apps which is automatic on here, such as Auto Sleep and Pillow. We'll look at those in a bit. So it took me 5 minutes to fall asleep. And it shows you my restful sleep and light sleep. I assume restful is deep sleep. So it shows you a little pattern there. Average heart rate 44. HRV 76. Blood oxygen 95. So on Fitbit, if I go to Wednesday, it says I got 6 hours 57 minutes of sleep. So it's off by a little bit, but not too much. Not too much where it's like, oh my god, I can't with this device. So REM sleep and light sleep, deep sleep is all on here for Fitbit. And your heart rate is on here as well under restoration. Bear in mind, you need Fitbit Premium to view this, I believe, unless they changed it. 46 beats per minute average sleeping heart rate. Blood oxygen variation is pretty good looking. So I'll see the average heart rate here is 44. Not too bad. And Auto Sleep's one of my favorites. And on Wednesday, let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday, I got 7 hours 15 minutes according to Auto Sleep. Not too bad. Fitbit says I got 6 hours 57. So, oh yeah, the HRV. So the HRV is going to be in your health metrics over here. Breathing weight going up. If it gets any higher from your baseline, you might be getting sick. I just have anxiety, so that's why my breathing rate goes up a little bit. HRV, we had 100 on Tuesday, about 80 on Wednesday. You have your skin temperature variation. Obviously, if it spikes for non-environmental reasons, you might be getting sick. Oxygen saturation, it went up. That's good. Resting heart rate, no data because I didn't use it last night. So that's where you get the HRV, and the HRV was about in the 70s, so it's pretty close, almost on par with each other. You do have the Pillow app, which does give you your REM and light sleep, and for here I didn't do it manually, so it has me falling asleep at 1:31 for some reason. Again, I always do these manually because I don't think, especially the auto detection Pillow is not that great. So we got 59 minutes of REM, an hour and 29 in deep sleep. And with Fitbit, we had on Wednesday, hour 34 deep sleep, hour 29. So it's pretty much on par with each other. So this is just showing you like the different apps that you can use if you have the Apple Watch. I don't recommend a native app at all. It sucks. It gives you no metrics whatsoever besides what time you went to sleep, how many hours of sleep you got. So auto sleep, sleep wake, and pillow and sleep cycle are pretty good apps if you have the Apple Watch. And they're kind of on par with each other. So if you are really needing those deep sleep metrics, get the Fitbit. Or you do have the option with the Apple Watch. And auto sleep, those apps you do have to buy. Sleep Watch does require premium to look at some other stuff, and it's only $5 compared to Fitbit's $10 a month. So it's up to you. Either way, this is my comparison to Fitbit Versa 3 and the Apple Watch Series 6. I condensed it. My original video was almost about half hour. I know nobody wants to stay here that long and watch a video that long. So I tried to make it short and fast so that way you are up to speed with the device and see which one's better for you if you have an Apple Watch. If you have an Android, obviously Fitbit Versa 3 will be better for you because you can't use an Apple Watch if you have an Android. So, I mean, other things to look out for there are the Galaxy Watch 3, Samsung Galaxy Active 2, the regular Active, Galaxy Watch regular. You have Fitbit Versa 3, 2, Sense, Inspire 2, Charge 4. They're all great devices for your basic activity needs, and Garmin devices as well. And I'll get into those at some point and put them on my channel to review. But if you like this content, don't forget, bell icon, subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. Peace.